What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Like always, like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Today, I've had my first event back in Dragon Ball Super Card Game Masters in a long time. It was a Masters Cup, just a small showing, 8 people. It was fun, though. I had a great time. I took Videl because I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a fun deck. I didn't want to take Warp Jita or nothing that I'm also playing. And I didn't have the new Bola or White Baby decks yet. But, I just wanted to take Videl. I'm familiar with her, you know what I mean, and I thought it would be a fun time, and it was pretty fun. It was just a Masters Cup best of 3, so it's only 2 rounds, thankfully, because best of 3 is just sucks. Playing that long is lame. I don't ever want to experience that again, for sure. And if I would have known it was best of 3, there would have been some cards not in the main deck. And if I would have known that nobody was going to be playing none of the new decks, there's 4 cards that I would have not had in the main deck. So that was a major mistake on my part. It cost me the first game against Nuova for sure. And then in the second game against Nuova, it was a funny thing. I don't know. My struggle is always against yellow. I can't beat yellow. Ever. And I never saw an SCR today in the 4 games that I had. So first round I lost to Nuova. Second round I lost to Pan. I'm pretty sure my buddy who was playing Pan just let me win. It's what it felt like, but whatever. I'll take the dub. But I played way more aggressively against Pan than I did against Nuova. And yeah, that's just the way it is. And like I said, yellow always just throws me for a loop. And I played completely different in the Pan match than I usually do because, and we'll go into the Z deck first in a minute, but everyone knows what Videl does. You attack, you draw, you swing, you combo, you draw, you take a life. And same on their turn. You could combo with a skillless card, draw, take a life, and then take the hit and take another life. If you want to do it that way. You can awaken on like turn 2 with your Saiyaman, or turn 1 if you wanted to. He actually, in the second match against Nuova, Awakening with Saiyaman burned me because I didn't get to untap an energy. So, yeah, I got way more swings hitting me on Nuova's turn 2 than I imagined I would. It just was rusty again in the matchup. And then on opponent's side, on the front side, when you come with a skillless, you can Spirit Boost 1, play it out, and do their shenanigans. Awaken, draw 1, untap 1. I still think her Awakening is better than the 4-drop Saiyaman. 4-drop Saiyaman is better long game because you could KO something. So Awaken, she's a little better. You could swing, draw 1, switch your Unison, gain its power, combo with a skillless, gain, add 4 to the combo power. So it's essentially a 9,000 combo, and draw another. And now your Spirit Boost works on both turns. And the fun thing about her is after you Z Awaken, you can remove her, and her second and bottom auto are live again. So that's also what I was doing wrong against Nuova. I was just using this because I could, instead of strategically playing it out when I needed something I wanted in hand to draw more or something. So that was a mistake. So there's the leader. Like I said, the Z leader is a 4-of. At all times, you're going to burn through them all every game, no matter what. This dude came in super clutch because just sometimes not seeing my Saiyaman Unison, or they would just go ham and just try to kill the Unison. So he came in really good. Bojack came in really well for me today. I was surprised for that. And not even for the play you would think to pop SCR. He just came in to help me push for to end the games. Like the first Nuova round, match 1 against Nuova, was really close. So it was there. I spent my resources and the clapback got me. But that was a good match. Second round match wasn't too well because I didn't see a Dormant. So you have to see Dormant with Videl. You're pretty much screwed. Jiren doesn't do anything for me anymore. I could probably put a third Bardock in and have, it'd be better. And then the Z extras, or a third Z extra, because I use both of them every match today. Four matches, I burned through my Z extras like crazy. So that's the Z deck. Nothing's changed on that. But I'm probably going to drop Jiren for... I would want to say I would run another Z extra, but having another body to bring out on board really is what I needed. I need a 1-cost body I could bring on board. That's a pretty good swing, because that's what I would have liked to have against Pan in the second match against Pan. when I had to close out the game, so that would have been better. So we'll get to the main deck because there are some differences from what I used to run. I'm running a much more like streamlined version of the deck, besides the 4 cards that I just wish I wouldn't have had, because in best of 3 you can't side in the first match, so they were kind of just useless because I was facing decks that really didn't care about them happening. So 2 Videl, Call of Justice. She actually came in a lot, tapping 1 to negate, and then having sometimes my 4 cost was out, and I could give her blocker or give her blocker off the Bardock Unison. So she came in good because they wouldn't. Nobody messed with her when she was on board because she was so small. They went after the other cards that was on the board. And then, of course, the Skillless Videl package. You got to run all 8. I've seen lists running less, and I think that's psychotic. Great Saiyaman putting in all the work as usual. He does what he has to do. And then, of course, your 4 Videl Destiny and Reach promos. So you want to get her out. She comes out. You can only play 1 per turn, but you want to cycle through her. And that's another thing I did. I didn't do well against Nuova. I didn't strategically use her. I changed my strategy against Pan and strategically started playing her out. But both games, her and all the skilllesses were gone. So, and this guy, I'm going to drop down to 3. I think I'm going to use him more for a later game, tapping 1, getting a big 25k swing on board and KOing something and getting the draw, because I don't really care to use him for the awakening anymore, because you're going to awaken no matter what early, because every deck swings so much. She came in so clutch. Chile resting their leaders so they wouldn't have that extra swing. So I really, that card staying. 3 great Saiyaman super combos. I mean, they're their best combo for the deck. 2 TNs, I was testing him. He did nothing for me. So I'm just going to drop him and put something else in later on. I'll probably put 2 more Saiyamans, because these came in not the way that you would think. What I was doing was using his middle auto. Every time I would spirit boost, I would feed a marker back and draw, and that was great. It worked out for me big time every match, and yeah, it felt good. And then I think I'm gonna go up to 4 on Father Son, because this card is still broken. It's still goated for green. It's broken. It's busted. It does so much work. KP negate didn't work out for me like I wanted to today, but I can't see a good reason to drop him, because he's a tap 1 negate and pop something, or pop their unison. You have to have dormant, and if you don't see dormant in Videl, you die. Homicidal clones, these were great. I probably should be running 3 again. And then here's the package that screwed me on each game in round 1. We were running 2 Koits and 2 Black Mass Saiyans. Side deck, these are side deck material. It was a mistake. I thought I'd be playing newer decks where these cards come in, more handy. Didn't work out for me. So they got sided out every time. I need to go up to 3 copies of this guy, or at least 2. He won me the second match against Pan. He is so good. This is just combo fodder, especially if you verse red, because you could Z charge it, and then your Z leader could bounce it back, could bring it, place it in the drop to use your Z leader, and then your Z leader could, bring it back and use Z charge it again. So that's all that's there for. This guy came in pretty handy all day. I wish I had the money to get 2, but now that the buyout's happening, I definitely don't have to. I definitely just don't have the money to waste on that. He's okay. I think having 1 copy is fine. When I needed him, he came in handy. Otherwise, he was just energy or combo fodder. I'm really debating on keeping her. Never saw an opportune time to use her, and never really, I mean, she's still, if you could get her set off, fine. I guess keeping her as a 1 of is fine. Shout out to Michael Friend for making me go back to this guy. Dude was great. Helped me move some of their blockers off board, and really helped me push when I needed to. 1 successor I think is good in this deck. Came out when I needed it, and it put in the work. I really need to start utilizing the other choice down there, because that would have been a little bit better to give him barrier and dual attack. And then Cellmax, never used him, never came up. I had him in hand all matches. He just never came up. Just didn't need him. Didn't need a win by the SCR strat, so it was fine. Moving to the side deck, I have another BMS, which I'll probably drop him and just use the 2 and go back to, up something else. Two, don't need him. 2 Boojins. I like Boojin, and I think he could be back in the main deck for me, honestly, but I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to work on it. Anti hand destruction, mill, anti-mill. I hate mill, so Hunt of the Demon God, pretty good. This guy, I never really came up. I sided him in against the second match on yellow, but they had the trunks that stopped him anyways. This dude will go back to the main deck once my other 2 copies come, and I'll be running 3. This card's really good. Shout out to Michael Friend for talking me into this one too. If your leader is green and you have 3 or more energy, play this card from your hand. Choose one of your battle cards and KO it. So this is a cheaper way to pop your SCR as well, instead of paying 2 for Bojack. And then, additionally, if 1 or more Son Goku or Earthling cards is KO'd by this skill, your opponent discards 1 from hand, and this gains +5, so it's a 25 dual attacker. So that dude is really good. And when my other copies come in, I will main deck him. And I'm Frieza, I could probably main deck again, but I don't know. He never comes up anymore. He's mostly going in the energy. And then this dude, I really want to put back to 1 or 2 in the main deck, because every time I seen him, I played him. He came in, he popped something, he played me as extra out for free. It was good. So I just got to work on ratios and see what I'm going to do. The deck's running at 53 now. It felt far more consistent. If I could drop, I'm probably going to drop down to 52, just to try to make it a little bit more consistent and just continue working on it. But that's the deck. Like I said, I went 1-1. I was happy with it. I expected to go 0-2. I just don't feel good facing yellow still after all this time. So at least I didn't get Gogeta SCR, because I would have scooped and just left completely. I wouldn't even played the second round. But that's the deck. Videl, I don't know. I just been playing her for so long. It's hard to put her up and give up on her. But I'm going to be testing Warp Gita now, White Baby, and Bola. And I'm going to keep playing Videl because, I don't see too many people playing her anymore. So she's fun to bust out. But that's the video today, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Later.